Okay. So see here, team. This is the Tosca Commander. Yesterday, we just had a demo session and we discussed a couple of points which is related to our demos related one. Why Tosca and what is the importance of Tosca Commander and why the companies are looking for Tricentis people for the job automation roles and what is the awesome thing in Tricentis Tosca. We just had a discussion of those things. Okay. Today, I'll cover the Tosca Commander team. So the Tosca Commander is having around 4 components. The Tosca Commander is having 4 components. If you see here, so primarily Tosca is running these 4 components. One is Tosca Commander, Tosca CI, Tosca Executor, and Tosca Wizard. Tosca Commander, Tosca CI, Tosca Executor, and Tosca Wizard. Okay, these 4 are the components of Tricentis Tosca. If we see the Tricentis Tosca components point of view, Tosca Commander is the main key role. And even yesterday, that architecture level, the Tosca architecture level also we saw the Tosca Commander is playing a key role, right? So Team Tosca Commander is the main important component. We have to learn this one and these all things will cover is a part of Tosca Commander level itself only. Okay. Now coming to the commander team. So if we see the Tosca commander, we required a installation of this Tricentis Tosca commander in our laptops. Okay, we required license. So we'll share that license activation license link to you, like installation link along with the license activations. So once you install Tosca commander in your laptop, so the management people will connect with you back and they'll activate the license for you. And that license is available around 3 to 4 months. Okay. And what is Tosca Commander? This is one of the interview question. What is Tosca Commander? If someone is asking what is Tosca Commander is the desktop tool. Why I mentioned as a desktop tool? Because we are doing a download activity and installation process for this Tosca Commander. That is the reason I mentioned as a desktop tool. And so this is the desktop tool and we do the development here itself only. We do the development. So how we'll do the development? With the help of drag and drop. We just go with the drag and drop activities to do the test case development. Other than this drag and drop, nothing is there. Okay. If we see this Tosca Commander, let me close this window and I'll open freshly Tosca Commander. So go with Windows search, Tosca Commander. If you search this Tosca Commander, because this Tosca Commander is installed in my laptop, that is the reason I'm able to see here. If after installation, when you are searching with Tosca Commander, you are able to see this icon. Directly open that icon. So coming to here, so once you open Tosca Commander, you are able to see these many interface. This is what the interface. In this interface level, you are able to find all these things are the project. Okay. These all are the projects which I created earlier. Tosca Repo, AME, SQL Server, ICICI, HDFC, Mindra. I just created these many projects. Okay. If already existing projects, so you can directly go there and open these projects directly. So team, when you join to the project, you have to create a project from your side. Okay, you have to create the project from your side. So the create project is doing one thing. One is creation of new project. Another one is joining to the existing project. To join to the existing project, we choose a create new. To create a new project, again we choose the create new option only. Okay, now go back to your particular Tosca commander. So I'm just opening one of my existing project team. Let me open here. I'm just opening this ICICI project. Double click operation here. So here the default user credentials equal to admin. Okay, once initially we don't have any access, right? Once we create the project, so directly the Tricentis itself they are providing credentials like username is equal to admin and password can be empty. Don't enter anything here. Directly do click operational login. Once we log into the Tosca Commander project level team, we are able to see the number of phases here. I'll show you that it's loading. Just give me one more minute. Okay. So once you log into the project team, here you are able to see the number of phases. So each phase is separated with again 3 subcategories. Here you can see these things we can call it as a left hierarchy pane. Let me show you that. So this is the one phase, this is the hierarchy pane. And the last one is the right side one is the properties pane and the middle one is the details pane. If you see any kind of tab, either left or right or middle one, so you are able to see these 3 panes. Okay. So the first one is a hierarchy pane and a detailed view and properties pane. This is the hierarchy pane. And this one is the detailed view. And this one is the properties pane. Okay, properties pane. And if you see here, team, this is the module section. And if you go to the test case section, here also you can see 3 panes here. And project section also you are able to see 3 panes. And this is what the project and execution section level also you can see the pane. 3 subcategories. So every project is having again 3 subcategories like this. Okay. We just drag and drop and we rearrange these things like this, team. So in the API level also you can see the 3 subcategories and test planning level also again you can see 3 subcategories and data integrity level also you can see 3 subcategories. So if you see in the project level team, each project is having a number of subcategories. Okay. So see, these all are the number of phases, modules, section, and test case section, execution section, issues, scratchbook, configuration, test planning, and data integrity. So these all are the phases part of the project team. If you go here, this is your project. What is your project name, team? Anyone can tell me what is the project name?
ICICI.
ICICI. But in this project name, are you able to see the number of sections here? Here itself, able to see the module section, correct? Module section, executions, issues, data integrity, configurations, requirement, test case designing, test case, test planning, reporting. These all are the sections a part of the project. These all are the sections part of the project. So, and are you able to see the 2 different folders, recording folders? Are you able to see this recording folder, Steve?
Yes, we can.
So this recording folder is nothing but it is a sub project. The meaning of that, within the main project, we can create n number of sub-projects. Let us take ICICI is the main domain. Inside it, you can create n number of projects here itself. With the help of this folder, we can call this folder as a component folder. What is the name of this folder? Component folder. That means inside the project, we are just creating another sub-project. Inside the project, again, we are creating one more sub-project. See here, this is creation of the component folder. Are you able to see that option here, team? See here,
Yes.
the component folder. Again, in this component folder, again, you can create the module section. Are you able to see the module section and the test case section? And some kind of all the sections, execution, issues, requirement, all these sections is available. These all are the phases part of one project. So the Tosca commander level will create one project for domain wise. Within the domain level, we'll create n number of sub projects with the help of component folder. Clear this part? Team, is this clear or do you have any questions in this area?
Can you please repeat that?
Yeah. So the ICICI is the main project. Just make a note of that. Okay.
Okay.
This is your main project. The main project level, we do have a number of sections. Okay. Any project. If you pick any project, number of sections, total 8 to 9 sections. These all are the sections part of this particular project. Okay. And you are able to see the rest of the folders. You are able to see one is component, recording. These things you can see. These all are the sub project of main one.
So we have the same sections available over there on top of
Yes.
this ICS as well, right?
So if you see the component level, are you able to see the same sections, module section, test case section? Right click on here, create all these sections also here.
Okay.
You got my point?
Yes, got it.
So within this main folder, component folder level itself will create the number of sections also here. That is possible. Okay, now? Is coming to here, the issues folder, and coming to here, it is a requirement folder, and coming to here. So we can go with all these things. We'll create all these sections within the sub-project level as well. Okay. So Tosca, we have one flexibility. We can create a project and sub-projects also here. If you're working in any banking kind of domain team, so what we do, we just create one project for domain wise, and what are the projects we are automating for that particular domain. We'll just keep all those projects here itself with the help of component folder creation. Got it?
What is meant by component, Anuja, here?
Component is nothing but it is a kind of sub project.
Acha.
Technical term they are giving, it is a component. Okay.
Under project, we are creating sub-project, right?
Under project, we are creating sub-projects. Yes.
So under sub-project, again, we are creating separate modules.
Separate modules, separate test cases.
Okay.
So if you consider one particular project, I already mentioned those things into my Tosca commander. You can create the project, open the project. Once we open any kind of project, the first thing is here. This is the project. In your project level, majorly we are able to see these many sections per single project. But inside this project, if you create any component folder related project, you are able to see these many sections again. You got it? Tim, is this clear for you all right? The creation of main project and sub-project differences. This sub-project we are calling as a component folder. Okay. In technical terms, they define as a component folder.
Then what is it called the main project?
I'm not saying every company is using this component feature to creating of sub projects. Okay.
Right.
So these features is only some of the companies are using in product based companies and some service based companies and some banking related projects. They're creating a number of component folders within the single one. You got it?
Yeah, component may be module name as well, right?
It's not a module name, it is a kind of project name. So inside
That's
this
what.
ICICI, so for example, you are having some loan related project. Okay.
Yes.
ICICI loan related project. What are the loan related project is that those people are working on only these phases. Okay. If another project is also there inside the ICICI, something credit card or debit card related section. So what are the credit card and debit card related sections is available there? They select create the one component folder. They create one project name with the credit and debit. This is a one of the project. So in this credit card section level, what are the people is allocated to this project? They are going to work on this particular project level only. Clear?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
instead of using the submodules here, we can use on the top of right on the top, right? Like modules, test cases.
these things,
These things exactly.
no, we cannot use this one because these all are the domain wise related modules. Okay. But when you are working with the credit card related this particular project, you have to create all your necessary modules here itself. Just go
Actually, it
through.
will not create automatically
It won't create automatically. We have to do it manually, these things
under sub project.
under sub project.
Okay.
And even normal modules level also, we have to create these things manually only. Okay. So each project is having a number of sections. Just make a note of this point. The number of sections is module, test case, development, all these things. So as an automation test engineer, we'll create the modules, test cases, test design. We do all these things as a part of Tosca development and Tosca executions point of view. Okay. Coming to sub-project point of view, in the sub-project level, so in the default, there is no features. You are not able to see these many features. When you do right click on this component folder, then only you are able to see here the icons, create module, create test case. And here you are able to see number of folders. We have to create these things manually. Hope this point is clear for you all.
So is it a standard procedure that every company follows, or is it only for our convenience purpose?
It's not a standard procedure. So this completely depends upon the company and client. Okay. So some of the projects, they are following this procedure, creation of number of components folder for the specific project. So some of the companies, they are creating only one project for one particular activity. They are not adding any component folders there. You may face these two situations in a real-time point of view. Okay.
Okay.
Then what is the point of giving sections on the top right? Like we can see the sections at the left side and the top right.
These things.
Yes, exactly.
So working in this area, it's a somewhat difficult task for us, right? If you're creating modules here itself, if you're dragging and dropping your modules to here test case level, somewhat a difficult task for us to do the drag and drop activities.
Okay.
You got my point? Let us assume this is your project and you people are working on this particular one. Okay, you have to drag and drop these modules to your test case section. So here one test case is created and now you are working. So within the project, we can expect a number of test cases, number of test folders, right? So when you are doing any kind of dragging and dropping activities, we may miss something, right? Or we may drop these things in somewhere, correct?
Yeah.
So due to that, they're just giving these many sections here. If you want to keep this one as a section, right click on here. We're just forming into a separate window. What is happening? I think script is running. Let me stop this exhibition.
Then we can hide on the left pane and we can use the top, right? So
yes, we can hide the left pane and the right pane, and we can use the top as well. You can adjust that window as per our convenience. Okay. It's not like that always we can use the same way. We can adjust that window.
Because it will be clumsy, like projects, sub projects, and all the sections.
Yeah, these things is very clumsy for us. Okay. So for
Even I
example,
felt
if
the
you
same.
don't
Like,
want these things, you can directly close all these windows. Okay. All these sections you can directly close here itself. Okay. And go to your home tab and select this project icon. This is your main project. In this main project, drag and drop this project window here to here. And which project you are working, go there and right click on here. And are you able to see here the plus option? Open in the new window. Open it in new window. Now this one is your project. You are currently working on this credit and credit cards level. Okay. If you want to make this window, this model section as a separate window, right click on here, click on plus icon and rearrange this window, drag and drop this one to here to here. So same module section, you can directly work here, but instead of working here, we're just keeping into a separate window to work here itself.
it's like, choosing the sections that whatever we want, and then keeping them aside in the project.
Sorry, Kiran, your voice is breaking for
Yeah.
me.
Is it like picking the sections that whatever we need, and then arranging them according to our convenience?
Yes. It's not like that we have to work always in this manner, okay? Based on your convenience, which one is feeling for you like more feasible, go with and work like that on. You can make it as a separate window. You can, if you want to hide this above view, you can hide this view and start, you can work here itself. Clarity? So my intention is here to explain the things. So within the Tosca projects level, main project level, some companies, some projects, they are creating some component folders for that. Maybe some projects you are not able to face this component activity as well. But I'm just giving in before itself some kind of information which is related to the main project and sub project. Hope you got it.
I think it takes little time for us to get to habituate to this
Exactly.
Windows.
So it's a kind of somewhat confusion part only, but let us talk about only the main project, okay? If you go with any kind of main project in the main project level, you are able to see the number of sections, okay? The number of sections is here, you can see the modules. And this is the module section, this is main project related one. And the test case section, all these things. I already mentioned here. Let me explain each module perspective here. Okay. Scroll down here. So team, I can say one point, this Tosca commander, what are the Tosca commander I opened here and I show you those many sections, right? This Tosca commander is acting as a test automation and test management tool. I think you people aware of test management tools. What are the test management tools is available in the market? Can anyone tell?
ALM Q test.
So we do have some couple of test management tools like ALM, Qtest, Jira, HP, Solution Manager, Azure DevOps. We do have these many test management tools in the market, right?
Yes.
So team, we can maintain all of our requirements here itself within the project level, Tosca Commander itself only. So we have that flexibility. Okay. That is the reason we call this Tosca Commander as a test automation cum test management tool. Okay. But we all are here to learn the test automation, and even real time also they are using this tool only for test automation purpose, not for the management purpose. Okay. But coming to here, so automation point of view, how many sections we use in real time to do the work? In automation point of view, we use only the module section, test case designing section, execution section, and configuration section. That's it. So we are going to work on only these 5 sections in real time for automation point of view. Okay. So out of 8 to 9, then what are the sections we are working here around? 5 sections.
5.
Okay. And what about rest of the things? Here you can see the test management tools. Already we discussed these all are the management tools we use to maintain our end-to-end project related requirements and information and assigning stories to the team members. All these activities we'll do in a test management tool. You can pick any of these. So the company specific, they can go with Jira or HP, ALM or Qtest or ADO, whatever it is. But Tosca is acting as a test management. Why test management level? Tosca Commander itself, we can create the test plans and we can create a defects and we can create the requirements as well. That is the reason within this project level, here you can see the requirement section. Are you able to see the requirement section team? We can create all these requirements team. So if your project is available, then check out this one and do create your requirement, which requirement you are going to cover as per the current sprint specific. If you want to create a plan for the team members, just create a plan for the team members. This is a kind of test plan. And if you're facing something defects and which is not meeting a client requirement, then directly you can raise a defects here itself. But real-time point of view, no one is using these three sections to maintain their project-related activities team. Clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
So in real time, we are going to concentrate on only these 5 sections: modules, test case, execution, test case designing, and configuration. That's it. Execution. And we are able to see one more section, that is a data integrity section. So what is the use of this data integrity systems? This particular section we use to test the ETL and big data and Snowflake. I hope you are aware of these technologies team. ETL testing, Snowflake testing, big data testing. Do you remember?
We heard it, but no idea about it.
So we can achieve those types of testings also in Tricentis Tosca with the help of data integrity phase. This is the phase to do those kind of testings here. Okay. So data integrity, earlier we are calling as a DI, now BI. Earlier we are calling as a BI. Now this one is renamed with a DI integrity testing, data integrity. We use this one to test the big data related, the DB related activities, extracting and loading, transformation, everything is covered in this section only. So to same Tosca command they are using to do the testing, but the section is here data integrate. They are not using any third party tools. And we can do the testing of any kind of database. There is no restrictions here. Go with only specific data type. Use any type of DB connections. All these things is possible here in data integrity. This is a completely different concept, but we are not covering these things as a part of this training. Hope it's clear for you all. Team, clear?
Yes, Anusha.
So that is the reason I mentioned note here. So we're just using this only this section for data integrity section. So up to here, clear for everyone? The Tosca commander itself, we are able to see these many sections for one particular project. Even for component also, we are able to see these many sections. Out of all these sections, so we're just using these 5 sections for test automation, these 3 sections for test management. This one is for big data and ETL testing and Snowflake testing. Okay.
Yeah, clear.
Now coming to here things, I'm just giving an example. We all are automation test engineer, right? So where we are getting requirement, who providing the requirement to us to work on so and so test case, so and so script development. Okay. So team, I'll tell you like the requirement, the basic requirement we get from the test manual test engineers. I just mentioned note here very clearly. Where we get the requirement, we'll get the requirement that is a manual test case template. So team, always make a note of this point. For automation, the prerequisite is here manual test cases. We are not directly writing the manual test cases. We are not working on that. So the prerequisite for automation, so that is a test case template. What are the test cases that developed? We use those test cases to automate in an automation point of view. Okay. So as a what is the role and responsibility of manual test engineer? What are the client requirements the developer is developing, and the same piece of code the manual test engineer is also testing the same. And how they do the testing? They write the manual test case template here, and then they execute all the steps into the application level. How to prepare this manual test case template? I just mentioned that only small scenario here. If we take Amazon web application, so what is the first step we do in Amazon web application level team? What is the first step? We just open the browser and then we search with Amazon, and then we'll open Amazon application URL, correct? Once you open Amazon URL, so the requirement is here, you have to verify all these features is available or not. How to do that? So as a manual test engineer, what we'll do? We'll just open the URL and we'll verify manually all these features is available or not. Okay, now coming to automation point of view. So what are the steps they written it manually using any of document, either Excel document or Word document? What are the client suggested document? The test case template is a prerequisite for the automation people. What are the template they prepared? We just take the template and we'll read all the step-by-step information and we'll implement same thing into automation point of view. If you want, I'll show you one of my real-time test case. Let me open that. I just took this pull from my last project in, and this is a SAP based application. I'll show you the manual test steps. Are you able to see the manual test steps here? What are the test steps is prepared by the manual people?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
So see here, they just mentioned step-by-step process very clearly. Log on to the so-and-so system, entering of this particular T code, enter legal regulations, special ING, something they mentioned in depth clear. Okay, we have to read each and every test step and understand what exactly the functionality of this particular test case. While reading these test steps, if you're not able to understand the functionality, try to apply the same thing in our application level. Open application parallelly and verify the things manually. Once you understand the entire flow, what are the flow we are going to automate in automation point of view, then we just choose that. We can continue with that. Okay. So team, again, I'm telling the prerequisite for automation, it is a completely manual test case. What are the manual test cases prepared by the manual test engineers? So that is the prerequisite for the automation department. Okay. So I just make a note of one sample test case here, the verification of all these features in Amazon application. What is the proof of document of manual test engineer? I think most of people are belongs to manual, right? Tell me, Tim, what is the proof of document for manual testing?
RTA.
RTM, reusable requirement traceability matrix, right?
Yeah.
Along with that, with the proof of document, if you are saying I done manual testing, so definitely we'll ask what is the proof of document for that, right? So the manual test case template is one of the proof, and the execution document is also another proof. At the time of executing, always we capture the screenshot like this, right? This step,
Right.
this is the screenshot, and this is the data we use. This is the data parameterization. So this is also kind of proof of document, right?
Yeah.
So the same document you will get for the automation, not only Tosca. If you took any automation, either Selenium or QFT or UFT Raft, whatever the automation you are working, always the prerequisite is here manual test cases. This point is clear.
Yes.
Yes, Anusha.
Okay. Then coming to our roles and responsibilities. So team, the prerequisite is anyway we are aware of that, that is a manual test case. Coming to the roles and responsibilities, first point is here. If you are starting a day with automation engineer, once you log into the system, so we do one activity, we'll just check the Outlook mail and Jira. What are the things is, if anyone dropped a mail, we'll check that, right? So coming to the test automation point of view, we'll go with the requirement. How they'll assign this requirement to us? Two ways. One is directly they show this entire test case template document through mail. Okay, directly they'll drop a mail to the all team members. What are the test cases allocated to them? So one is the mail communication. Directly they share this entire document via mail. Okay. Another one is they'll assign this entire story using a test management tools, either test Jira or HPALM or QTest or DevApps or ADO. What are the test management tool they are using for their project? So directly they use the test management tool to assign this requirement to them. So how they assign this requirement? They just go to, this is the Jira team trial version. I just created one trial version to explain to you how they create the stories for the team members. So click on create and so default it take the project name and the type of issue is equal to story. So this story and all these things vary from the methodology, which methodologies we are working. This story terminology we may get for the Agile Scrum methodology. Okay. And enter your test case description team. So this is the Amazon home page. Verification. Homepage pages verification. Okay. So team, this is what the test case. So they define the number of test steps here itself only. So what are the test cases I prepared here? The manual test steps, around 2 to 3 test steps I prepared, right? They directly take the copy of these 3 test steps and they paste here. And if possible, they attach the document also in the story level. Okay. So now you can assign to the team members. I created the story, right? I just assigning the story to Raja. He is one of my team member. So coming to here, this label is not required. And the sprint, which sprint we are working. So either working is current sprint or future sprint, we have to pick that. But this creation, user stories creation and assigning these user stories to the team members, this will be taken care by either team lead or POC of team member team. Okay. Next, story point estimation. The estimation is nothing but the complication of this particular requirement. So now tell me, Tim, so what about this test case? Is this easy or bit difficult or moderate or some kind of complicated or more complicated? What exactly you will say while reading all these test steps? Easiest one or a complicated one?
Easiest.
This is the easiest one. So to define these kind of complication, the story estimation, it is a kind of estimation. So the story point, they define, they starts with the story point, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. Okay, the numbering of the story point is here. So 2 and 3 is related to the easy. Okay, and 5 is for moderate. So moderate, something somewhat, some complications, complexity is there, but not much, somewhat. So 8 is nothing but complexity is more complexity test case. We have to work on that. So 13 is nothing but a more complexity. So what are the 13 point is available? That directly they split these 13 points to the different stories and they'll assign back to the team members. This is the story points team. So directly I'm just giving the story point of this particular requirement is equal to here. I'm just giving as a 3-point stories. So coming to real-time point of view, each person, for example, if one person is there, so at least they'll expect one person should cover within the sprint 16 story points, not test cases. Understand this point. Each person should cover around 16 story points. For the sprint duration is equal to 2 weeks. Within these 2 weeks, at least the minimum we have to cover 16 story points. The meaning of that, maybe you will get one test case or two test cases, or more than three test cases or four test cases, not more than that, for 2 weeks of duration. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Then they just create the story. And once we create the story, directly it redirect to my Outlook mail. So what are the stories are assigned to me? Then I'll open those mails and I'll verify these things. So then Raja is the responsible persons to work with this particular story team. So he go to this particular story and he read the step-by-step process, and he is trying to understand the number of test steps. Once he understanding, so then at the time of starting a development of this homepage pages, verification story, you have to change the status of this one to in progress. To change the status, drag and drop the story to the in progress level. So select this particular story and drag and drop the story to in progress. That means currently you are working on this story. Okay. If someone wants to check your status, they directly go to your Jira board. They'll check the status here itself. What are the stories is allocated to you? How many are in progress? How many are not started? Okay. This is the one way. I just explained to you two ways. One is we'll get the requirement via Outlook mail. So directly they drop mail to us. Another one is creation of stories in our test management tools, either Jira or HPLM or Qtest like this. Clear tip?
So while practicing the tool, I mean, like once we are into the classes completely, are we going to have hands on this Jira as well, or just this is just to show the people like how the real time scenarios works?
I'm just showing, even this is a
Okay.
free trial, okay? So if
Okay.
you want to give me access, then I'll directly add all of your email IDs here. Still, you are able to access all these things.
Okay.
Okay. And you
Okay.
can directly start working on this. So what are the test case you are working? Just create story for that from your side. Then you'll get practical experience on this. Then you can do practical automation script development as well. It's up to your team. If you want a hands-on experience on this Jira, I'll add all of your email IDs here. You can join this particular Jira board and we'll work together here itself. I just added already 2 to 3 people. One is Raja, another one is another person also.
Anyway, we are going to have the assignments as well, right? So it's better if we have the assignments assigned here, and then people will also have good view on that.
But assigning of assignments is difficult task for me. Like
Sorry for
creation of
expecting
the
more than
story
one.
point will take time. Kiran. So do one thing. What are the assignments I created in assignment sheet? Directly you can create what are the test case you are creating. Just go here, create your test case here itself, and assign it to your name only.
Okay.
You can assign it to your name and then start working on that.
You can nominate any person from our team, and then that guy can
Yes,
take care of
anyone
this.
can do this one.
We'll see that later once we are in
Yeah, the later.
the project.
Okay.
Thank you.
These two are the ways we'll get the requirement. Other than this, there is no much. One is we'll get directly the mail. Other one is they directly share these things from the test management tool. So the company project specific, which management tool they are using, they just share that request to them. Next, coming to automation point of view. So now the requirement is assigned to us, right? We have to automate this one step-by-step process. The first point is here launching of application like Amazon. Let me open this one. I think this Amazon is already open. Let's go back. This is the Amazon application. Once you open this Amazon web application team, so you have to verify. So let me open this one. What is the first one? All fresh Amazon mini TV sell. Let me verify up to here. Are you able to see this phone? All fresh Amazon mini TV sell. Yes, this is available. Best seller mobile and today's deals. Best seller mobiles and today's deals is also available. Next, fashion electronics. So the fashion is available, electronics is available, and Prime is available, but are you able to see new releases, home, kitchen, Amazon Pay, customer services? We are not able to see these things here, right?
Yes.
So earlier, at the time of explaining this scenario to my previous batch people, I'm able to see these many tabs. That is the reason I added here. Customer services, Amazon Pay, home, kitchen, new release. These things is available. Now they removed those options here. You got my point?
Yes, Anush.
Something they are adding, something they are deleting, just removing in this web page level. But what are the features is available here? We have to verify that. So what are the features is not available here? New release.
Home, kitchen, Amazon Pay, customer service.
I think mobile also not available, right? Mobiles is available.
Mobiles available.
This fashions is available. Electronics prime. New release, home, kitchen, Amazon Pay and services. Then we'll raise a defect to them. Okay. We'll just raise a bug. Like, so this is the bug. The bug type is equal to automation defect. So the automation level, we are raising this one, right? In the automation defect level, not visible in the page, home page. We'll raise this defect to the developer. So here also you can see I just mentioned here the issue type is equal to bug and explain in clear what exactly the situation here. So once I open Amazon home page, when I'm trying to verify the pages inside the Amazon, these pages are not visible. Write entire description here itself. If you want, you can attach the screenshot also here, team. Okay, you can attach the screenshot also. Let me go back. I'm just taking a screenshot of this particular web page and go back to here and attach the screenshot. So, and define the issue here, the description here. So this icons is not available. So what are the names I mentioned here? Just define the issue, what exactly you recognized. After getting confirmation from your team lead, one of your team member, directly you can raise a defect to the developer and assign this defect to who is acting as a developer, you can directly assign to them. I just assigned to Anusha and direct story point is not required because this is not a story, okay? This is the bug, okay? And you can click on create. Now we just created this bug to them, so they directly work on this. You see here, team, the bug is added here. Okay. If you open this particular bug and even you can see the bottom of the page, the comments. Okay, always they are trying to read the comments. If you want to explain in depth, so these tabs are not available. Not visible in a page. So once you assign this particular defect to them, so directly they read this particular message comments. So we always expect some comments from the developer's point of view. They started or not started, what exactly the issue. So we always request them to post the comments here, team. Posting of comment is very important thing in real time. They are always asked the status of the particular defect. So we are not sure, right, what exactly they are doing. So they are trying to keep on posting the comments here. So when our manager or test lead or test manager reviewing these defects, so based on this comment, they get to know where we are instead of communicating to the team members. Clear?
Yes, Anush.
Now you can raise directly, you can start automating of scenarios in your Tosca's point of view. At the time of working in Tosca's point of view, team, select these modules, do the checkout. So this checkout, check-in, all checkout tree activities, I'll explain to you later. Okay, na? So team, this module is the main section. It is holding a technical information of our requirement. Okay. So if you're developing any test case, go to your test case section, check out the test case and right click on here, create a test case here. So what is your test case ID? That is available in our Jira board, right? What is the story ID? TP11. Are you able to see the TP11? Team.
Yes.
So TP11 is the story ID. So we have to use the same naming conversion. TP11. So underscore. Enter your Amazon naming conversion. Amazon homepage verification. Okay. Now, what is the first step they are telling to us? We already raised a defect, right? But what are the features is available? At least we have to automate that as well, right? So coming to the first one, launch application. So launching of application is common for all type of applications, right? Not only Amazon. If you're
Right.
working any net banking or insurance or in whatever the applications, the launching of application URL is common, right?
Yes.
So to pass this application team, so the Tricentis team itself, they are providing some predefined standard modules. The test case development is always having a dependency on the module section. So without module section, we cannot develop the test case. Automated test case, we cannot do it. So always the test case development is having a dependency on module section. So in the module section level, the Tricentis company itself, they provided some predefined standard modules here. Go back to here and expand it, HTML, and see here, the open URL standard module is available. You can use this module to launch any kind of application, web applications, or any kind of URLs you can pass here itself only. Select this module and drag and drop this module to your respective test case and drop here. As I said, it is always a drag and drop activity. Okay. Expand it. Then pass the application URL here. Go back to here. Just take the copy of this particular application and paste here. Once you log into this particular web application team, and then we have to verify these things, right? As a human being, while seeing this web page, we know all these features is available, but we have to represent same thing in automation level. So verify these things is available or not. To say to Tosca or to say to any automation tool, we have to capture the backend properties of these controls. The backend properties of these controls. To do that, you have to scan these all. The Tosca's point of view will scan all these features. If we come across the Selenium or UFT or QFT point of view, we have to write a XPath or CSS path for that to identify these things as a unique one. How to do that? Let me show you for Selenium point of view. If you right click on here, always do inspection here itself. This is for Selenium, not for Tosca. Okay. And they are just checking the backend properties of this one. Are you able to see one class name is available? I just highlighted that. They just choose this class name, Control F, bottom of the screen you can see here. So find the string selector or XPath for the particular controls. Now write the XPath here. I'm just writing XPath here team. See, after writing an XPath, are you able to see the right side, 1 out of 1? That means I identified this all as a unique property while writing of XPath. These things we do for the Selenium or other automation tool team, not for in Tosca. Okay, don't need to worry. No, we'll not do these kind of activities in Tosca. So Tosca point of view, only the one thing that is only a scanning mechanism. So to capture that particular background properties, we always use the module section only. Go back to your module section, right click on here, scan and application. Application comes under web and desktop team. When you are scanning web application, when you are going with a desktop application, always use the application option only. Select your respective web application and then do scan. Before scanning, must you have to open that application in your browser. Okay. Select it and do click operation and scan. Select on screen and choose here all, fresh, mini TV, cell, bestseller, mobile, today's deals. See, I'm just selecting all these things in sequence manner, but are you able to see something is loading in scanning window? Are you able to see all the controls are selected?
Yeah.
And even you can see once you select one control, the bottom of the screen, the left side bottom of the screen, the selected item is
Unique.
unique. Okay. If you pick anything, selected item is unique. Then we are saving here a lot of time writing of XPath CSS pathing. The Tosca point of view, everything is scanning mechanism. If control is unique, then no need to do any activity. Directly save this one and close this window. That's it. If you go to Tosca commander point of view, see here, one module is created. This module is holding all fresh, mini TV, cell, bestseller, mobiles, today's deals, prime and fashion and electronics. Everything is captured here, right?
Yes.
Select this module. Now drag and drop this module to test case. Drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. So if you do practicals, you get to know the things. Now we have to verify this all is exist in a web page or not. In Tosca point of view, we do have 4 types of verification modes. The verification modes is equal to here, one is visible, another one is exist, and another one is enable. The last and final one is inner text. These all are the different types of verification modes. We can say it is a control properties. Okay. Visible is nothing but we are just verifying that control is visible in a web page or not. Exist is nothing but we are just verifying that control is exist in a web page or not. Enable, that control is enabled or disabled. And inner text, text of the control. Okay. So if we are going with the inner text, double click on this value column, this blue color down arrow, and select this from drop down level inner text equal to all. That's it. And here the action mode is equal to verify. This is one type of verification. We are just verifying this control related text here. Coming to the fresh. Here I'm just verifying the existence of this text, visibility of this text. So for visibility existence, we always use the Boolean values, true or false only thing. For Amazon Mini TV also I'm using existence equal to true. Action mode is equal to verify. Coming to cell. Now tell me, Tim, all these are enabled controls or disabled controls?
Enabled controls.
All are enabled, right? Then what is the use of going with enable property? If any control is disabled, then we use the enable property is equal to true or false, correct?
Yes.
So Tim, that is the reason I'm not using enable property now. So if you want to use enable property also, simply you can go with here down arrow enabled equal to true or false. You have to say What are the true? I'm just defining here. This is what my expected value. Okay. So at runtime, Tosca check the actual value. The best seller. Click on second blue color down arrow. These all are the different verification mode. When you are taking any inner text, you have to give the naming conversion of that particular control. So this one is here, the visible or existence equal to true. You can pick any of these team. It's not like that go with only these things. But which activity we are doing? We are just verifying the things, right? Always do select action mode as a verify here. Are you able to see any coding here now? I'm just doing development, right?
Yeah.
Any coding team?
Anisha, can
No.
you hear me?
Yes, now I'm able to hear you. Yes,
Uh, so
Chandana.
how far this visible and exist are different from each other? Enable I could relate. It might be something with the user access,
Mm.
uh, as we have prime customers or the normal customer. So enabled can be differentiated. How this visible and the exist are different from each other? Where we use visible, where we use exist.
So you are just trying to find one particular product. Okay. Let me explain the things. Inner text equal to 1 second. Electronics. The difference between enable and exist. Okay. So sorry, visible and exist. If you see the visible, if you're trying to find that particular product, are you that control you are able to see within this web page? Are you able to see the web page level mobiles? Yes. What exactly the existency? That control is exist in this web page, but that is not visible. But that is exist in this page. Are you getting? Maybe that is in hidden mode, or maybe something when we are doing mouse over, then only we are able to see, or something that control is located in bottom of the page. We are not sure on that. We are just verifying the existence of that control. Is that exist or not? We are not seeing the visibility of that control. You got it, Chandana?
That we are talking about the one which is not visible on the screen, or which is hidden from the screen.
So when we launch the web application, basically we are in a top of the page, right?
Yeah.
When you are doing scroll down activity, then only we are able to see some control naming conversions, right?
Yeah.
So once you open the application, if are you able to see, for example, I want to verify, starting at 99, start your fitness journey. I want to verify this control. So when you open this one, are you able to see that control here?
No.
Starting at 99, but that is exist in this page only, right?
Okay.
When I launch this page, I'm not able to see that. But if I go bit scroll down, then only I'm able to see. But without applying the scrolling activity, if you want to verify the control visible or existency, then you can go with the existency of this particular control.
Okay.
No, this doesn't sync because however you scroll or you log into the page that is present on the web page, because whenever you are doing this with the Tosca, you have to just scan the application.
Right.
Anyways, you are going to find it.
Right.
So how this becomes different from each other? Still not getting it.
So the scanning part is different, the verification part is different. Let's explain the things. So it's a very simple thing, existency and visibility. So the scanning point of view, You're just scanning all these controls. Even if you do scroll down, still we are scanning all these controls. So when you're trying to verify something is visible or not, so the visibility existence is quite different, right? You're not getting my point.
So let's
But are you able to see personalized recommendations? Okay. Able to see this control, everyone? Okay. So I just logged into this web page. So once I logged into this web page, are you able to see the control which I highlighted earlier?
no.
It's visible or not? Within this
It's not
whole
visible,
page,
but it does exist.
that
Yeah,
is the
does exist.
difference. You got it? It's not visible, but that is exist in a web page.
Oh, in the interview point of view, so what you said is correct. So that the one I know that the properties whether is available or not from the screen, so we can do
If
this.
if control is visible, then we go with the visible property. If control existence, we go with the existence of control. The control is nothing but the properties of this particular. For example, all is available, right? This one I'm calling as a control. Fresh is one control. Amazon Minitive is one control. You are just verifying this all is visible or not. If this all is visible or not.
Let's say I mean let's frame this way, Anusha. If there is somehow there is a hidden controls, right? So hidden properties is available in any web page. You agree or not?
Yeah, I already mentioned this point. Somewhat hidden controls like
Yeah, hidden control. How do you that get collected in one collector or make visible? So with the, using this Tosca.
just do mouse over on that particular control and verify that is visible or not.
But
When
I
we
don't
do
see that
mouse,
the hidden, right? That's the property or control is not.
we have to do the development, Banu. Okay. So the property initially here you can see, are you able to see initially hello sign in and account list, right?
Right.
When you are doing a mouse over, then only you are able to see your account, your orders, your wish list, all these things, correct?
Okay.
No. So at the time of doing a development, first do mouse over on this control and verify these controls are visible or not for this level. So the development point of maybe if you go practical, then only you get to know. Okay. So Tim, when we launch this application, we cannot say, are you able to see any your account related information here? We are not able to see. Even manually also, when we do mouse over on this control, then only we are able to see this information, correct? Somewhat it is a hidden control, but this is exist in this web page only, correct? Hope you got my points.
Okay.
So at the time of doing a development, for example, let us assume this is your hello sign in. First do here the mouse over. Do apply here the mouse over. And what are the controls you are trying to verify? Then that control area level, just verify that it is visible or not. Clear? That is a different task, but if I go in depth, then you get to know all the things. But this is a very basic class. I'm just giving a sample example to you to know the development point of view in Tosca. Okay. The test case development here. Anyway, team, we just build the development for all these controls and coming back to the story.
So one question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sorry, I was on another call. Okay. So what if because we have if you go back to the tool, we are validating with the inner text or basically the text, right? What if you have like multiple elements with the same thing? Usually in Selenium, it will go pick the first element found, right? With that. but not necessary it should be the first one. So how that works here? If we wanted to give like multiple values instead of just inner text, you got my point?
At the time of scanning, we are just trying to make these things as a unique, right? Even when we have a duplicate elements.
Okay.
So at the time of scanning, I show you one message to you all, that is the selected item is unique. If we are having n number of duplicates with a name as all, then the selected item is not unique property, right?
Okay.
We have to make it unique there itself, and then we do the development here.
Okay, so now there could be a scenario like every time the pages might be varying, the DOM structure would be varying, right? So in that case, the properties of that selection also would vary. So how are we going to handle that? We have to go scan again.
No, at the time of scanning only, we have to take care which are the stable property, which are the not stable property. So all these things will cover, I'll cover into that identification mechanism level. Okay. So coming back to here, team. So the next point is equal to here, the close window operation. It's a kind of only sample example, team. Going forward, I'll take more, I'll just give you information more on the scanning mechanism, because the scanning mechanism is very important thing for all type of projects. Okay. So coming to here, the close the browser. To close the browser or to close the window is also common for all types of projects, right? We'll just go back to our Tosca commander. We do have some predefined standard module for that. Go to standard module, Tbox extensions and HTML. Here you can see the close browser operation. So when you are using this close browser operation, it closes that only the page related tab, not entire browser. If you see this entire browser level, number of tabs is open. So when you are using this close browser standard module, it closes only this particular window. It won't close this entire window. You are getting right? Close only the specific tab. Okay. So you have to define this naming conversion, the tab name of the tab. It is an online shopping site is the name of the tab. Go back to your particular script and define here online star. That's it. Let me run the script. Close this window. I just mentioned everything, opening of application URL, and then all verification modes I added here. Then the close browser is also added. Run in Scratchbook. Run in Scratchbook is nothing but it is a kind of debugging tool. We're just verifying our development is working as expected or not. If it is not working, if we are facing any issues, then directly we'll check and we'll update the script accordingly. So the open URL is executed team. Now Tosca is searching for this particular product. Maybe the tab name is not matching. Okay. If you go back to here you can see electronics is failed in because what are the expected value I mentioned here, my expected value and the actual value are both not matching. I think I missed one spelling mistake here. Let me update this value accordingly. Go back to here, the last one, and update these values. Next, Close this window. And go back to here, right click on here, run in Scratch. So team, the script is executed successfully. Here you can see open URL is executed and verification was also successful. Here you can see my expected value is all and even actually also valued all. That is the reason verification was success. Each and every verification level it compare always the expected value and actual value both. See here, this is also expected value, actual value, and this is also expected and actual value. And this is also expected and actual values. Entire my test case is working perfectly fine. If your test case is working perfectly fine, change this work state to completed and then drag and drop this entire test case to the execution and run the final script execution here itself. So let's do checkout here. And go back to your test case and drag and drop this particular test case to your execution list. Go back to here, drag and drop your respective test case to execution list. And select this one, right click on here, run. So team, this one is executed in a scratchbook level. Now we are running same test script in our execution level. So the execution page is doing one thing, it save the log data. Okay. It directly save the log data of our test execution. So that executed successfully. What is the log data is generated for our particular test case? Go back to your test case. Yeah. So this is the execution list team, and here you can see the green color representation. Script is executed successfully. Select this particular one. If you want to export a report here, right click on here, print the report. Actual execution entries with 4 different types of report formats is available here. So you can pick all these things too. So execution entries, any one of these reports. So click on start. So export these things to your desktop level. Click on save. So what are the file we exported to our local system? So you can see that particular file related report here. So this one is the report. This is generated in the 5th of 7th, 2024. And here it is the past test it is 1. And this is the execution summary. And this is the new execution, total how many you executed and what is the status of that. And this one is executed by who and which browser it was taking automatically and which parameters we define here. This is the reporting. Once you done this execution, go to your board and open your story and attach the execution exported file here. What are the file we exported here? Select that particular file and then click on open. Once you attach this file, change this in progress to completed. That means we successfully completed this execution now. See here the attachment is added. Now close the workspace. This is what a daily basis roles and responsibilities take. Clear? Team, any questions as of now?
Anusha,
Hi, Dilip.
I have a real-time question actually. So when we are executing a test case, I mean automating a test case in SAP, it is taking a lot of time. Like when we
Synchronization.
Sorry.
Synchronization.
No, when we automate a test case in SAP, let's say when we like automate a report, one report in SAP, suppose it is having like 5,000 line items in a particular report in SAP. Okay, for from top to bottom, it is taking a lot of time for coming from top to bottom actually. Is there any alternative way to
Is the table or
not table, it's a report actually, standard report. Suppose if like
yeah,
standard report,
standard reports, it may take long time for the SAP point of view. So the way is here, how we can overcome that while adding synchronization settings.
okay.
Increase the synchronization. So default it is a 10,000, right? So increase more than that and add synchronization wait-ons as well to verify the document generated, and then you can do it.
But they are not doing it actually because see, the purpose of automation is to reduce the time, right? So when the reports are taking a lot of time, so there is no point, right? Actually, so it is
See, if it is not related to reporting point of view, maybe something is enabled for your project. That is the reason it is taking for you. So
no, because of more number of line items. I mean, let's say if the report is having 5,000 line items, so from Tosca is scanning from top to bottom. Like it is, suppose if they are executing that script to Tosca, so it is scanning each and every line item from top to bottom. So that is the reason it is like, see, it can't track all at a time, right? Suppose I am in line 1, actually. I have to go to line 5,000. So it is taking, I mean, the drag, what we say, it can't come directly to 5,000, right, Tosca? It has to come slowly one by one like that. Suppose I have to verify the total at the 5,000 line item, the total of all the 5,000 line items, okay? So
then
it can't go directly.
The
Yeah.
way of development here, two things, Dilip, okay? What is the development flow we defined in our test case level? That is the one thing, okay? If you're getting any count of that, so depends upon the development flow only do the execution.
Yeah. No, what I'm asking
5,000
is
line
there,
items.
is
See,
there any option to go directly to the sum of, I mean, I have to verify the sum of 5,000 total actually, 5,000 line items total.
yes, we do that.
Okay. Is there any option that we can go directly to the 5,001 line item to to verify the total, or Tosca will scan all the 5,000 line items?
I think not required. You can scan only one line item and capture the count directly.
Directly, maybe
Yeah.
they are doing wrong actually. Maybe the development is they don't know how to do that one.
So directly scan one thing and try to take the count of the line items, how many line items is available.
But it has to go to the 5,000 line items, right? What they are
Yeah.
saying actually,
Definitely
Tosca.
it goes to the 5,000 line items. It capture the entire count. So which line item you want, directly give that number, directly it go there.
So we can directly go to that particular line item, right?
Yes.
Okay. But what they are saying that the report will scan like all the line items and in order to get it total actually.
The reporting point, this is this PDF file.
No, not PDF, in SAP. In SAP, they are doing it
SAP, I
automation.
know, but in SAP also somewhat we can see some kind of PDF file
Not
interface.
PDF. Let's say it's a
Not
standard.
PDF,
Not
but
PDF.
somewhat
let's
we
say-
are able to see same interface like that only, right?
Do you have any idea about FBL3 and all? That's normal, like a
Yes,
standard
yes,
report.
yes. I do have
Ah,
experience on
Yeah,
SAP.
FBL3 and or faculty 03. Suppose if FBL3 is having, like, let's say 500 line items for a particular month or for a particular open period. So Tosca is scanning all the line items in order to get down actually.
So Tosca always do the scanning of all the controls which is available in the page. Okay.
But then it will take a lot of time, right?
The scanning part, it include all, but coming to development point of view, we have make it smart. Okay. We'll just scan one and we'll try to execute that for the all line items.
Actually, we can scan one line item and we can go to the bottom, right?
Yes, we do that.
Oh, okay. When you show me in the future classes, like when SAP, when we working on with SAP, how to go that, how to do that one.
Yes, I'll explain that as well.
So when the Tosca will be installed in my system?
So probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of our demo session, right? I'll explain to you the demo or installation process, everything. The management people will connect with you back for Saturday or Sunday. They'll activate the lessons for you, installations and lessons. Okay.
Tomorrow we are having class Saturday, right? Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow we do have class because this is a backup, right? So we have class. Okay.
So do we have any running notes for that? I mean, we are having running notes, right? For each and every
That is
class.
only having only the limited features only.
Running notes is important because you will teach everything in running notes, right?
Definitely, I'll provide this document to you all. Okay.
Okay.
Not
And
like
moreover, the videos are coming like yesterday they shared the link, YouTube link actually. So do you share the videos to Google Drive or through YouTube?
through YouTube. So the Google Drive is having issues. After uploading the video, it is taking more than half day, 1 day to convert as a video. So that
Then
is
how long it will be there in YouTube then?
not sure. You can check with the management. Okay.
Okay.
I
Then I will
don't
check
know
with
about
them.
these things, the videos access, all these things. Please check with them.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Anisha.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
Bye, Nisha. Bye, team.
Bye. Bye bye.